Hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul and I'm joined by
Thomas.
And we're about to watch episode 4 of The Seeds of Death. We're quite enjoying it, aren't we, so far?
Yeah. Yeah, it's had some good in-space kind of action.
It's starting to pick up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that it's not picked up before, but it's there's been a lot of kind of... Well, it's a slow burner, isn't it? I think it's probably the fairest thing to say. But I mean that in the true sense of the words, or the phrase, I should say. But these older stories did have more time to develop things than the modern era, so some of it is just patience. Be patient and you'll be rewarded.
Yeah, and of course the thing, you know, you'd be watching each story for sort of 6 weeks. You have to wait a week for the next part.
Yeah.
It's a different system.
Look like some sort of
It's funny how the markings on his trousers make it look like he's just wearing underpants on the outside.
I can't unsee those pants now.
You see what I mean?
Big pair of tighty whities.
Yes. Still breathing.
That is unusual. Most humans would be dead.
Oh, well, here we go.
To the T-Mat cubicle.
Maybe we're hinting the fact that he is not human.
As I say.
He is, in fact, a timeless child.
Oh,
it's just struck me.
what?
No.
He's not there, is he? Troughton. He's on holiday again, isn't he?
They've been careful not to show his face, haven't they?
Yeah.
Killed him! You killed him!
I reckon he won't wake up for the whole of this story. Whole of this episode.
You can't imagine the Ice Warriors being very, sort of having a good time, can you?
No. Their Ice Warrior pub.
Yeah, even if they achieve their objectives, like, do they celebrate? Do they have families to go back to?
Yeah.
No way you can get through that, surely. Diagonal, maybe?
Put your arms through. Big foam party.
Yeah. That was a bit of a waddle, wasn't it?
Yeah. The fact that you can hear him sort of clunking across the stage. Apparently this is the only Ice Warrior to ever appear on location anywhere.
Oh, really?
Everything else is set in a studio.
This is some nice location stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
I love the foam falling down.
Quite like their helmets and their outfit. Oh, that was good. I like that, him through the foam in the background there.
That was gorgeous. Oh, I think I've got my highlight of this episode. This is stunning. Oh, look at that. Absorbed.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, this is awesome. Wading through the foam.
Yeah, apparently some lady drove past and saw the Ice Warrior leaning against a tree having a cigarette.
Oh, really?
And she crashed her car into the back of a police car.
Correction. Message bodies of 3 technicians found in Team Mac grounds.
Foam warrior.
Yeah.
The creature is entering the east compound area.
Their hats remind me a little bit of hairdryers again. Old school hairdryers.
Yes.
Oh, he's seen him.
COVID protection. I'd stay behind the tree, surely.
I think, yeah, why did he just run out into the open? Foolish, foolish. It's a bit of an oversight, isn't it, to have your entire society built around something that, if it stops working, everything collapses.
Yeah. Although we've kind of done that with the internet, haven't we?
Right.
We may lose most of the world's population before they finish with us.
He just looks deeply unimpressed. How? How has he not seen them? Jamie's literally there. Peripheral vision again. You gotta wonder why the heating controller is that difficult to turn.
Yeah. Faster.
Make it.
Look outside!
It's looking right at her.
Did it miss?
I think so.
Help me! Don't you help me!
Oh, nice. Cliff. Oh, beautiful.
Well, some good stuff in there. I mean, I think for me, the absolute highlight is just the Ice Warrior on location. All those shots just are great. And again, it takes you out of that studio setting and makes it feel much more real world, doesn't it?
Yeah, agreed. And I thought especially the use of the foam, that was very evocative, the way the guys were wading through it with their suits, and then the Ice Warrior seeing that through the sort of falling foam, and then a guy kind of gets absorbed by the foam. It was just a very unusual but well used sort of bit of, I don't know what you call it, mise en scène or something.
But it works well, the foam thing as well, doesn't it? Because this idea of there being spores and fungi that are being spread around, because you actually do see that, don't you? Sometimes you get those kind of, you do get foam, like, but you know, you get the stuff that looks like spit.
Oh yeah, you do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, spittle bugs.
Yeah, so you know, you can actually, that looks like it has a sort of realistic element to it as well, which makes it more effective, I think. So
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, again, so we didn't see any of Troughton, did we?
No. So holiday.
Troughton holidaying again.
He likes his holidays. Well, it's
He
good.
does. Really does.
It's important. Yeah. The fact that they had to just keep doing an episode a week, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, but it's moving along nicely, this story. I mean, we've only got 2 episodes left, so episode 5 is the danger episode, isn't it, for a 6-parter? But hopefully it seems to have been ramping up, actually, moving in the right direction. So let's hope it can continue on that trajectory towards the ending.
Shoot ourselves in the foot like Wheel of Death or Crotons, where we started off by going, this is really good, and then by the end we're just like, oh.
I think you mean Wheel in Space, Thomas, not
Sorry.
Wheel of Death.
Wheel of Death, where have I got that from?
Well, this is the Seeds of Death, so maybe you're thinking the Wheel of Death and the Seeds in Space.
But yeah, no, and very enjoyable.
And good to see, it was nice to have a couple of moments there of Zoe, because we've mentioned before how Zoe's actually quite a nice little companion in that, because she's from the future and she has this kind of programmed, she'd almost been sort of programmed, hadn't she? You initially thought she was a robot. But it's now her having that total recall and stuff, and she's actually coming into play in the story, isn't she? Not only just because she's the tiny one who can get through the gap, but she's able to navigate through the corridors and stuff. So, because we've said before, actually, we've got 2 companions here who are not contemporary.
Yeah.
They're not modern day 19, from the 60s. Jamie's obviously a Highlander, and then Zoe's from the future. So it's good that they're utilising her future knowledge and abilities there.
It's nice, isn't it? She's kind of the brains and he's kind of the brawn or sort of charisma.
Well, it just means that they actually treat her like an actual character rather than, bringing her in a story where she's from that time and then basically forgetting about it and just having her as a classic, any other female companion who could easily become a damsel in distress. So the fact that they've remembered it and it keeps being brought into play is a kind of step up from some of the things we've seen.
Totally. Yeah, no, absolutely. She's been given quite a lot to do.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff. Well, let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode and this story as a whole. And do join our Discord community in the description link below as well if you want to continue these conversations. But thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.